Okay, hello and welcome again. We are going to conclude the last video of chapter 4, in which basically we are going to develop the section for the developers. Okay, then let's move on. So far what we have is what you have in front of the computer is basically we have the navigation bar, the header and the footer, and now what we are going to do is to define the developer section. I go here and to the HTML file in home, and then I'm going to create a section with a class of section developers, and inside that section I'm going to create a div with a class of container, and inside this I'm going to create another two divs with a class of developers. This is the first div, and just below this I'm going to create another one. Okay, and now inside this I'm going to copy and paste from the GitHub account. It's basically going to copy this and paste this information here. I save it, and now I go to minimize this, and I'm going to refresh the page, and I have this information like this. Okay, and basically this is the first thing that I would like to do. The next thing that I will do is basically I got to change the color of this, because this is not the color that I want to have, and then I'm going to introduce two classes in the home page. Is the section developers. Basically this is going to be the two classes that I would like to modify in such a way that we have a nice layout. I copy this. Basically if I refresh this page, this is basically changing this the classes. It's changing the color, and as you observe here, basically what we have is we have moved from this is a flex box, and this is not what we want. And then basically if you don't want to have that display, it's very simple. If you introduce here display, we have studied this display, we have style and display equal to block, and we save it. We have now, this is the right display that we want. We want to have this is in a block and not in a flex container, because developers is by the we have created a class developers is a flex box, and we don't want to have that. We want to have a block display. Okay, this is the first thing. The next thing that we are going to do is to create three boxes, one for each single developer. Okay, and this is precisely what we are going to do now. I go to the home page in GitHub, and here I have three boxes. This is the first one, the second one, and the third one. Then I'm going to copy these three boxes, and I'm going to go to my developers div, and I'm going to paste it there. I save this information, and now I'm going to refresh this, and this is basically how it seems now, right now. Okay, this is the three boxes, and what I'm going to do now is to define the properties of these three boxes to have a kind of better layout. And here also you have a button, but now this button don't have any kind of properties. Okay, then basically what I'm going to do is I go here again, I go to the home CSS classes, and I'm going to copy all the classes that is for that define these three boxes. Okay, I go to home, and right below this I'm going to define these three boxes. I save this information. If I refresh the page, now I have 3 boxes. That is kind of nicer, it's more nicer. What I'm going to do finally is to define the classes that define these buttons, because we want to have a very nice button here. And this, again, I go to the GitHub account where we have this and the code. And if I go to the container buttons, that is right here, these are the classes that are defining the properties of our button. I copy this, and again I go right here, right below, I paste this information, I save it, and now if I refresh it, I have these 3 buttons now. I go here and then you have these very nice effects, and this is basically what we have done. Before to make this screen responsible, what I would like to do is to add, imagine that you have another two members in this group, and these members you want to learn how to place this in a very nice layout. And basically this is what we are going to do next. Is in the home HTML, if you go to the last div here, basically what you can do is you copy all the things that is in the box. Okay, I'm going to copy all this thing. I'm going to copy the entire div until right here. Okay, control copy. I go to home, and right below the, I'm going to minimize this because I don't want to make any mistake. This is in the developers. Okay, I have this. I go here, and right below this div I'm going to paste this information. If I save and I refresh this, I have another 2 developers, and we don't want this layout because this is very poor layout. We want to have everything organized in columns, and to do that I have create the CSS classes that allows me to do that, and we are going to do this in the lecture. Then okay, right now just try to understand how this works, and then we will do this in the lectures. If I go to the CSS classes and I copy the box 2 classes, I control copy, and I go here and paste it right below, and I save. I refresh this, and now basically we have everything is very well organized. I'm going to maximize this. And then now what we have, and I'm going to make this slightly smaller so that you can see, we have a very nice layout of this web page. Everything is well organized, it's in the same size and the same appearance and everything. Okay, the last thing that we have to do as usual is go to make this screen responsible, and you go to the home CSS file, and we have here basically the section for the developers. Control copy, and we move again to the media queries in the home CSS file, and we paste it, we save it, and we refresh this web page. When we made this screen smaller, okay, I don't know, it's because I minimized this a lot. When I do this, when we go below some size, this is basically changing the direction of these things. Okay, and again, if I want to maximize this, if I go and I click F12 and I select here, I refresh this web page, this is how you see this from a mobile phone and an iPod and iPhone, and here basically you have all these things, and you can change to Samsung Galaxy, and you will have the layout here. Okay, I know that this video has been very fast, and I don't like it because I like to do the things step by step, and this is what we are going to do during the lecture. But right now, you know, you are familiar with these things, and basically what you have to do is go to your code, type all these things, and try to modify the CSS code in such a way that you understand what is the effect that you are generating. We are going to do this in the lectures, but again, type each single line of code in a video, it takes me 1 hour, and this is totally useless because we are not going to watch a video of 2 hours. Then we have to make it this shorter, go to the logic of the points, and then you have the code, you have all the information, and now you have to go step by step and type in this code at home. And we are going to do this as well during the lectures. Hope that you have enjoyed the video, and see you in the next video.